Hey everybody, it's me, Jackie Armand. I'm back again with another spooky Christmas video. Today we're going to just do kind of like an easy video, just kind of fun for Christmas. And that is, we're gonna make some Krampus themed Christmassy drinks. I'm sure you know what Krampus is. He is kind of like the anti-Santa Claus. He's celebrated in parts of Europe and Germany, and not all of Germany. There's parts of Germany that don't do Krampus. They do other like companions to Santa Claus. There's a lot of them. But anyway, Krampus, he's the one that punishes the naughty children. So like here in America, Santa, you know, if you're good, you get a gift. If you're bad, you get a lump of coal. So Santa kind of does the punishing and giving the presents. But with Krampus, he and Santa work together, where Santa just does only the rewarding, and Krampus does all of the punishing. Usually it's whipping the bad children with a switch, or sometimes dragging them to the underworld. It could be as extreme as that. And so, you know, so it's kind of a creepy side of Christmas, and I think a lot of people like me really enjoy the Krampus kind of stuff because it just adds a little bit of spookiness to your Christmas time. There was also a movie that came out in 2015. It was done by Michael Dougherty, I believe his name is. He also directed Trick or Treat, so if you're familiar with that movie, he did a kind of Christmassy horror movie, and it's one of my favorite Christmas movies every year. I feel like it is a very good mix of comedy and horror, so it's not supposed to be taken super seriously, and I would even tread lightly on actually calling it a horror movie because there's not a whole lot of gore, and a lot of the horror is just kind of fun. There's a lot of really cool practical effects in it, and we have a lot of comedic actors as well as actors and actresses that were in some horror movies. So I think it's a really good balance, and it's just kind of a fun movie. You're not supposed to take it too seriously, and it's just a really fun, wild ride. And if you've never been exposed to anything Krampus, I think it's really fun. So if you've never seen it out there, or you were kind of nervous about it, maybe you're not like super into horror, I would still give it a chance because it's really fun, enjoyable, spooky Christmas movie for sure. But anyway, so we're gonna make some drinks that are kind of themed around Krampus. So one of them is going to be a hot chocolate, a kind of spooky hot chocolate, especially because in the movie, the main character's grandmother is giving them hot chocolate when they're kind of like hunkered down and kind of waiting for Krampus. They don't really know it's Krampus yet, but they're dealing with this situation. So we're going to do a hot chocolate, and then the other drink is going to be a cocktail, so an adult beverage, you know, spirited drink that's kind of also fun. So yeah, I'm excited to get into that, and both of them are pretty easy to make. But before we get into that, I would like to say that if this is the kind of content you like, if you like crafting, you like tutorials, you like party planning, I do like some of that sometimes, you like just anything pretty much all around spooky, especially when it comes to Christmas time and you don't normally get a lot of spooky content around now, that you give this video a thumbs up, and you would also hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to ring the bell so you can be notified anytime I post a new video. It's Halloween all year long here, obviously, even in December. So if you like that, then stick with us because it is a lot of spooky fun on this channel. Also, if you'd like to support this channel a little more personal way, I do have a Patreon. Patrons get access to a lot of extra goodies, including extra content. There is a patron exclusive series on my Patreon that I do called Terror Tube. It is a horror host type show hosted by me, where we just do a lot of extra spooky, fun, Halloween-y stuff. There will be a Christmas episode up soon. I'm really hoping to get it up by Christmas. My like schedule with getting all of my Christmas stuff done has kind of been crashing down on me, especially because I was sick twice in the month of December, so my workload is kind of gotten a little overwhelming, so I'm hoping that I will get this thing edited and posted by Christmas Day. Latest will be Christmas Day. I do talk about the Krampus movie a little bit more there. The Christmas episode is going to be about It is about me talking about my favorite spooky Christmas movies. So if you're interested in that, of course, head to patreon.com/JackieArmond and think about giving a little bit of support. Even just the smallest tier, which is $3 a month, helps out so much. It supports this channel. Even a little bit really does help me to continue to do things like this that I want to do. And has access to all of the Terror 2 episodes and a lot of the goodies. So really think about it. And but yeah, I guess with all of that being said, we will just go ahead and we'll get started on the recipes. All right, let's go. Okay guys, we're in the kitchen. We're gonna start off by making the hot chocolate first because it probably takes the longest. The cocktail doesn't take very long. And what you're gonna need for this, so we're making a black hot chocolate because Krampus is, you know, he's like usually portrayed as gray or black. You can kind of see on my sweater. And so we want this hot chocolate to be kind of spooky, right? And so the way we're gonna do that without using food coloring, because you know, if you've ever used black food coloring and things before, it makes your mouth all black and your tongue black and your teeth black, and nobody likes that. So how we're going to achieve that is what you're going to need for this recipe. The main ingredient is black cocoa powder. Now, if you don't know what this is, and I've just like recently learned about it, maybe about a year ago, one of my friends told me about it. She made like a black cake for our Halloween party, and she used this stuff. It's black, and I mean, like, it looks like an Oreo. If you can look in there, it looks like powdered Oreo, and that's kind of what it smells like. Actually, it smells a lot like Oreo cookies, and that's kind of the taste you get with it too. It is a little more bitter because I think the fat content is less. That's why it's dark like this. But you can use this in replacement or in addition with like regular cocoa powder in recipes to make your chocolate things black, and it will not turn your mouth black or your teeth black or any of that stuff like the food coloring does, which is really awesome. I got this on Amazon and I can link to it. It was not that much. It was like $12 for this pound bag, which is not terrible. And there's other brands that are probably maybe cheaper even. And I'm sure maybe there's, you know, like Trader Joe's or someplace like that. You could probably actually get it at the store, but this is really cool if you're into making black concoctions. So that's what we're going to use, but we're not going to just use this. We are going to also use regular baking chocolate or cocoa powder, because since that's a little bit bitter, this will help that out a little bit. And then we're going to need some sugar. So I got regular granulated sugar in here. That's going to sweeten up our hot chocolate. And then we're also going to need milk. I have 2 cups of milk right here. That makes about 2 cups of hot chocolate. So you could just do 1 cup if you wanted and split this recipe in half and make just 1 cup, but this makes about 2 cups. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take our dry stuff, so both of our cocoa powders and our sugar, and we're going to put it in a bowl and we're going to whisk it up. So let's get started on that. Okay, so first we're gonna put our dry ingredients in this bowl and we're gonna like whisk them up so they're not all clumped up when we add them to our milk. So first what we're gonna do is you get our sugar, and we're gonna use 2 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons of sugar. Now I know that sounds really weird, but the recipe that I kind of found this on was it was like a 4-cup recipe, so it made like 4 cups of cocoa, so I'm halving it. And you know, the original recipe has 1/3 of a cup of sugar, and so we're halving that, which is why this is weird. But this is like a 2 tablespoon measurement, so 2 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons. And I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt if you added a little bit more sugar in. It just all depends on like how sweet you want it, I guess. You could always add more sugar in the end. Now we're gonna add our cocoa powder. So our regular cocoa powder, we are going to use 1 tablespoon. Okay. And now we're going to use our black cocoa, and we are going to just add half a tablespoon of that. Now again, you could probably add more of this if it's looking a little not so black. You'll see, so you can see how like light brown this is. And when we add the other stuff in there, you'll see just how dark this stuff is. Oh yeah, look at that. Look how dark that is compared to the regular cocoa powder. It is black. And it doesn't seem like it's that black until you compare it to the regular baking cocoa. But wow, it's really cool. Okay, so now we're going to whisk this up. Got my little cat paw whisk here. And we're gonna stir this up. So we just kind of want to get the clumps out. You could probably sift this if you really wanted. I don't feel like bothering with that, so we're just gonna kind of whisk it to get a lot of the clumps out. And we're gonna whisk it in the pan too, so. All right, we're all whisked. We're gonna set this aside and we're gonna go ahead and move to the pan and our milk. Okay, we're at the stove here. So now we're going to add our milk to the pot here. Our 2 cups of milk. And we are going to turn this on medium-high heat. I'm actually gonna do it a little bit less than medium-high because my stove gets really hot. But basically we wanna bring it to a simmer. And then we're gonna, I guess before it gets really hot, we're gonna whisk our dry ingredients in here. It might be clumpy at first, but as the milk heats up, it will melt. So basically, yeah, we just want to bring it to a simmer until it gets warm and everything is incorporated and looks smooth. Okay, let's get going. So I know this isn't looking super dark right now, but we're kind of waiting for it to incorporate a little bit more because as it heats up, the kind of black cocoa powder unclumps and starts kind of mixing in. But after it's heated up a little bit and it starts really bubbling, I might add a little bit more of the black cocoa powder to get a little like darker. And you can just kind of do this too if you want. And I'm just gonna kind of do it to taste. And if I need a little more sugar, I'll add that. And we're just gonna keep doing that. At the end, I was going to also add a little bit of vanilla coffee creamer. You could add vanilla extract if you wanted to, but I think this will help a little bit too because it's also got, you know, cream and milk in it that will kind of help thicken it up a little bit too. But yeah, so we're gonna just kind of wait for it to get a little bit hotter. I might add a little bit more of the black cocoa powder in there to get it a little blacker. And then we'll just kind of taste as we go and get it to our optimal sweetness. Okay.
A few minutes later.
Okay, our cocoa's all done. So now we're going to put it in our mug. So I've got this cute little hot cocoa mug. I got this at the Dollar Tree, so they're really cute and you can find them. And we're gonna rim it with some like red sanding sugar, which I guess just got like in the sprinkle section anywhere. And we've just got a little bit of water in this plate, so we're just gonna dip the rim in the water. And okay. And now we're gonna pour our cocoa in. And we're gonna whisk it really quick because it is milk, so it can get like a little skin on top. Kind of like if you ever cooked pudding on the stove. But all right, now we're going to pour it in very, very carefully. And here we go. It's not completely black, but it's pretty black if you look at regular hot chocolate and compare it. So now we're gonna taste it. It's very, very hot. Oh my gosh. Y'all, that tastes like, it tastes like drinking an Oreo. So if you've ever like dipped Oreos in milk over and over and over and over, and then like by the end you have like, especially at the end of your milk, you have like this Oreo milk, you know, kind of thing. That's what this tastes like, but to like the extreme. It tastes like drinking an Oreo. It's really, really, really good. I think overall I ended up using about 1.5 tablespoons more of the black cocoa. I just kept adding it until I thought it looked dark enough. So yeah, I guess I would say use more of the black cocoa than the regular cocoa. It does give it like a dark chocolate kind of taste, but I like that. But it's not so bitter like regular dark chocolate is. It's very, like I said, it tastes like an Oreo. It's really, really good. And then definitely adding some of the vanilla coffee creamer helps a lot. You could even use the liquid if you wanted to. It would probably cool it down a bit, so it would be kind of nice. But the vanilla adds to kind of like the cookies and cream flavor too. So yeah, I would definitely say if you like Oreos, this is definitely your thing. It is really good. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, all right, well, now we're gonna move on to doing our cocktail. Okay, let's go. Okay, now we're gonna make our Krampus cocktail. So, what you're gonna need for this, which is another really, really easy recipe, you're just gonna need a glass, like a whiskey glass if you want. What I got going on. You're gonna want some whiskey. This is just some this Jack Daniel's single barrel. You could use like a spiced whiskey or bourbon if you wanted to, but just whatever your favorite is. A little bit of Fireball whiskey, so which is cinnamon. If you've never had it before, it's like that artificial cinnamon flavor. So we're just gonna need a little tiny bit of it. And some black cherry juice. Now I got this at Kroger, so you can find it. It's kind of like in the organic aisle because it's got no added sugar to it, and it's really tart, but it is really, really good. And this is kind of like gives it like almost a black, dark red effect. And then you're gonna need a cinnamon stick and a lighter. So this is gonna make one cocktail. So first, what you're gonna wanna do is we're gonna fill up our glass with ice, and then we'll get to making the cocktail, right? Let's go. Okay, so we got our glass with ice. I filled it pretty much all the way up with ice. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our whiskey. Usually you could just add a shot. I'm just gonna eyeball it because I kind of know what a shot is. So I'm just gonna kind of do just a little bit here. Just like that. Boop. And now we're gonna use a little bit of the Fireball, and we're just gonna do like a splash of this. Now I guess you could add more if you wanted to, if you really like that cinnamon flavor, but we just kind of want just a hint of it. We don't want it to overpower everything. We just want a little hint. There, just like that. Okay, and then we're gonna top it with our black cherry juice. Just like that. And to garnish, we're gonna take our cinnamon stick and we're gonna light it on fire and get it smoking. And that could take a couple seconds for a big stick like this. All right, there we go. See, it's smoking. Ooh, you can see it. And it smells really good. I mean, it smells like cinnamon, but it smells like a campfire. And then you're just gonna kinda rest it in there like that. And there you go. All right, there's our Krampus cocktail. Our cinnamon stick has kind of fallen down in there, but that's kind of what you want. If you want to serve this, you can kind of lay the cinnamon stick across the like rim of the glass. I've done that before when I made this. But you usually want people to put the cinnamon stick in, because what happens when you drink this, which I'm going to take a sip right now. Whew. That's really good. So what happens is that burned cinnamon stick mixes in here, and when you bring it up to your nose before you sip it, you get a little smell of that like campfire smell, and that like kind of affects the taste of the drink, and it kind of gives it a like campfire taste. So it really does kind of taste like campfire, but then it's also very Christmassy because of the cinnamon, and then also the cinnamon from the fireball. The whiskey is really good with the black cherry juice. I was not sure how that was going to go the first time I made this, but the tartness of the black cherry juice really complements and also kind of cuts through the burning of the whiskey, so you're left with that like that caramelly whiskey flavor without like so much of the burning, but there's just a little bit there, but it's not overwhelming. So if you're not like a huge whiskey fan, you might actually still like this, because it does cut down on the whiskey flavor a little bit. That tart black cherry juice really complements it really, really well. And yeah, it tastes Christmassy. It tastes like a campfire. And I feel like that's kind of embodies Krampus. And it's like this dark red, almost black color, which is really cool. And then when you have the smoking cinnamon stick laying on top, it just really amplifies the aesthetic of the drink, which is really, really cool. But and you could probably make this non-alcoholic if you really wanted to. I would suggest using ginger ale instead of the whiskey, and then maybe add a little bit of like cinnamon extract, or like, you know, something like that would give you that like fake cinnamon flavor, just a little. And then I guess that's probably how I would achieve this without alcohol. So if you wanted to make it without alcohol, you could do that. And you would probably get that same flavors. But that's it. So, all right. All right, that's it for this video. I hope that this maybe inspired you to make some fun drinks this year for Christmas, whether it be hot chocolate or something more spirited, and that it would maybe add some spookiness to your holiday season, and that maybe you would, give Krampus a little love. He doesn't seem to get it enough as much as Santa does, right? And that maybe, this video would even inspire you to go watch the movie Krampus, which is a very good movie. I recommend it for every December, every Christmas season. And like I said, if you really enjoyed Trick or Treat, I think you would like it because it's done by the same director. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. So if you liked it, then as always, please give it a thumbs up. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also don't forget to ring the bell so you can be notified anytime I post a new video. As far as new videos go, this is the last one for the year. The next video will be in January, and I haven't really decided what I'm gonna do. I have a couple of things that I want to do, but I'm not sure which will be the first video. There's just a couple crafts that I've been wanting to do that didn't necessarily fall under Halloween or any other season, but they are spooky. So I'll just probably randomly pick one to be the first video of the year. But not a whole lot gonna change on this channel, just except for maybe hopefully more content and maybe updating things along the way if I get the chance to. I do, I always want to grow this channel, obviously. And if you guys have anything that you want to see, please let me know. I do one of the resolutions I have for this channel in the next year is to try to get a live stream out every month. Those have been really fun to do. I feel like you guys enjoy them. They're kind of laid back for me. I don't have to do a whole lot of planning. They're just kind of chill videos. I don't have to do any editing, which is nice. And it's kind of an extra video that comes out every month for you guys to see and for you guys to kind of participate in, because you get to comment, it's kind of like I get to hang out with you guys and it's fun. So and I need ideas for live streams. So if you have any ideas for things you want to see me do on live, let me know. Or if you just want a question and answer, whatever it is, I don't care. Just give me your ideas. Or like I said, any crafts you want me to see me do. Any themed crafts you want to see me do, I could probably figure something out, if you want me to see me do something Beetlejuicy, I could probably figure out a craft to do that's Beetlejuicy. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But I really want to know what you guys want to see. So, your feedback's important. I appreciate all of you who are subscribed, who watch the videos and everything, and enjoy them. But yeah, so, I look forward to the next year on YouTube. I'm glad I got some Christmassy content out this year. I think the past couple years I've been really wanting to get Christmassy stuff out, and my schedule didn't allow it. I was too busy with, work or whatever else and stuff. So it was kind of nice that I was able to get some of these spooky Christmassy things I've been meaning to do for the past 2 years actually out and for you guys. Other than that, obviously you can for more content, you can go to patreon.com/JackieArmond and watch the TerraTube episodes there. I'm really going to try to get the Christmas one out on Christmas at the latest. I do have some more plans for more TerraTube episodes throughout next year, so I usually try to get a TerraTube episode out a month. So I work really hard on those videos, so I really hope you guys watch them because they're fun for me to do, and like I said, they'll take a lot of editing and a lot of time. So, and there's just other goodies there on Patreon too, so please think about supporting. Other than that, I will also leave links in the description of this video to my social media, my Instagram and TikTok, where a lot of things that maybe don't make it to YouTube end up there. Just everyday life posting stuff too ends up there. And I will also leave a link in the description to my Etsy shop, where I sell lots of spooky things all year long. Spooky, witchy things kind of stuff. So you can shop there. Also, if you're looking for something else to do in between my videos, I do have 2 books on Amazon. One is a zombie romance, and one is a vampire adventure story. They're both available as paperback and Kindle versions, and you can read a little bit of the Kindle version before you buy it to see if it's your thing or not. They're very spooky. They're kind of all year round spooky. So if you're just looking for spooky things to read, they are both very spooky. And I'm also in the works of making a third book right now. There are sneak peeks of that and information about that on my author website, and then always updates on my author Facebook page, which I will also leave a link in the description of this video too. It is about a young woman who's possessed by a demon, and I'm doing pretty good writing it, so it's getting really close to being done. And then, the editing process will go through, and then it should be available. So I'm getting kind of excited about that. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So, again, I'd like to thank all of you out there for a wonderful year on YouTube. I feel like I did so much more on this channel than I ever have in the past. It has been hard. It's been a roller coaster. My channel goes through waves of, highs and lows, and when you don't have, a ton of subscribers, it can get discouraging sometimes when you're in the lows. But, I really am trying to get this to be something I can do full time. That would be really, really awesome. I love doing it, and I'm really hoping for that. So, all of you guys who are supporting this channel now and subscribed and everything, thank you so much, because it means a whole lot. And I do really hope that I can get this channel where I want it to be in the next year. That's one of my goals. Anyway, I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. When this video airs, it will be probably Christmas tomorrow. So have a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. I will see you all in the new year for more YouTubing and stuff. And all right, I guess that's it. So as always, stay spooky, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.